So basically, instead of selling it, I got rid of the page store, went back to selling cars. Real depressed at the time because things didn't work out. My business wasn't working out, just divorced. And like I said, man, that cocaine, it wasn't doing it for me. Wasn't getting me high as I wanted it to get. And then I didn't realize.
Wait a minute, so you were selling, you were using too?
Yeah, I was selling and using.
Okay.
I was selling and using.
Okay.
And
well, how did you start? When did you start using? Were you in the military? Or
no, I was out of the military. This is when I was civilian.
And you just started partying, basically.
Yeah, I just was around my surroundings. You know, like I said, I was, the guys at the car lot. At night we close up the car lot. We start playing poker.
Okay.
And they'll call me, and I leave my house. I bring them a dub, or I bring them a 8-ball.
Right.
And they'll be up all night.
And you too.
Well, at the beginning, I wasn't. I just was doing that. But when they say, hey, man, why don't you come play some poker with us?
Oh, man.
Oh, man, try a line. Man, it ain't hurt you. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, shit.
Y'all had 24-hour games.
I love this shit. Boy, I love it. What? Oh, fabulous. Fabulous.
Right. Loved it a little too much.
Well, like I say, at the end of the day, when you got to get up at 7, and you got to get up at 7 to go to work, and you ain't been asleep all night, you keep doing this 4 or 5 days a week.
Right.
Man, I was killing myself.
Right.
I was killing myself. But it wasn't doing enough, so it wasn't hitting that spot, man. So, I tried rocks.
Okay.
I said, rocks, man, maybe they'll get me there.
Okay.
Cocaine ain't doing it for me. And that rocks, 15 seconds, you there.
Right.
30 seconds, it's gone.
Right.
Now I got to chase that high.
Right.
$20 here, $20 there. So the check is gone, So, man, I just wound up being homeless. Lost my apartment, lost my job, because I wasn't coming in. I kept calling in late. So, man, I was homeless. And it was rough.
Right.
It was rough.
How long did that go?
Living with friends.
Okay.
It didn't last long, man. I smoked rock 6 months. That shit whipped my ass so quick, I was done.
So let me ask you something, because I know, listen, obviously I'm a black man in America. I done had my share of people that I know that abuse drugs, and I asked someone before, and I'm always asking this question, and I really want to know. I just like to get different opinions, because people have opinions about addiction.
Yeah.
And I want to know. One particular person told me before when I asked him, why do you keep getting high? Somebody was really, really close to me. I said, why do you keep getting high? It was a family member. And he said, cuz, it's just because I love getting high. So, and it might be different with each person. Would you say addiction to crack, cocaine, or cocaine, is it more of you just love getting high, and when you make a determination, you can stop? Or is it like a chemical thing where it's harder for some people, where when it got you, and you just can't stop? How was it for you?
Well, I call it hitting your bottom. You got to hit the bottom first.
I hear a lot of people say they got to hit the bottom.
And sometimes you hit the bottom, and you come up a little bit, and then you hit the bottom again. But every time you hit the bottom, you go a little further. You go a little further down.
Wow.
Until you reach that final bottom. And you go, okay, I had enough of this shit. I had enough of lying and cheating. My life is not what I think it is, because everybody else can see what you are.
Right.
You think you're the old cat. You think you're the same cat before you took your first hit. You think, nobody know.
Right.
I'm slick. I still got a job. I'm still making bread. You're that guy. You're in denial, but everybody else around you sees what's going on, bro. And I was that case. And see, the thing about it is I was so headstrong, I never thought that would happen to me.
Right.
I never thought I'd fall. I thought I was stronger than it. I thought I could do it and stop.
Right.
And it just pulls you down, because you wind up doing things, saying things with people you don't really you shouldn't have been with in the first place.
Right.
And you embarrass yourself, you embarrass God, man. And when you do that, when you embarrass God, then you fall into a hole that's hard to get out of.
Right.
Because you still trying to make up, but you feel bad. And when you go further than you've ever been, it's kind of like, well, damn, you're gonna sink a little further. But
wow.
And so that's what I had to face, because I kept falling. I kept getting lower and lower until I had to finally admit, man, you got a problem. You got a problem. And then even, I tell you this story. My testimony is butt naked.
Right.
And man, look, I was getting high one night at these apartments, and I think somebody put some Sherm or some PCP in with something I was smoking.
Okay.
And the pants that I had, I just got out of the shower from a run. Get out of the shower from from all day getting high. So I was with the dope man and his old lady. And she gave me his pants. He was a big fella. So he gave me some of his pants. My pants were getting washed. She was washing some clothes. I put on his pants, hit the Sherm. and I felt the spirit. I felt something in me. I felt something different. And so
you thought, right?
Yeah, so I thought it was, I said, something in me, Lord, Jesus Christ, I got on need, Lord, come get this demon out of me. So I'm running outside, talking about Jesus here, he coming tonight. And the pants were big.
Right.
So they came off.
Oh my God.
So I'm in the middle of this econo-lodge, which shaped like a U.
Okay.
And I'm in the middle of it, going, Jesus coming tonight. I'm warning all y'all, Jesus coming tonight, y'all better get right with the Lord. Bro, the cops came, I jump on top of the police car. Yeah, I jump on top of the cop car, jumping up and down on the cop car, Jesus coming tonight. So I said, anyway, they took me, they shackled me, handcuffs, feet, threw me in the back of the car. I said, I think they want to kill me. He started playing that real loud rock and roll. I'm in the back of the car, sweating my ass off. I said, oh shit, I'm about to get lynched out this bit. They took me to the hospital, put the drip in me, put me to sleep. Woke up the next morning, my little shy self, remember that guy talking about nobody would know?
Right.
I said, they gonna know now. I'm sitting there with church shoes, no socks. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, this a bottom. So every time I played with it, knowing that shit was right, because God was right there the whole time. That shit ain't right. He there the whole time. From the first line I did to the 2-3 years I was in my addiction. He was there the whole time telling me, boss up, don't do that. Don't do that. You know it's gonna hurt you. He was there the whole time. He don't go nowhere, but that free will, it's like, I gotta go see. I gotta see. I gotta do it. I gotta bump my head myself so I'll know.
Right.
I didn't know that at the time, but I was like, I'm doing it anyway because I like getting high. Right. I like the feeling. I like getting high, talking shit, and being irresponsible. Having some freedom, having some fun.
Right.
Man, that was such a jail. That was such a prison. Because you're not who you meant to be, and you know it inside. That's why we get high, because we afraid to go on and step into what we supposed to do or who we really supposed to be. I think it's just an excuse, and we do it to ourselves. You don't blame nobody. Nobody gets you off of drugs either. You get yourself off.
You got to make the decision on your own.
You got to stop. Can't nobody get you off of drugs.
Right.
You got to get yourself. You got to be like, hey, bro. No, put the dollar up.
You gotta be sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Unroll the dollar, dog. Get rid of. Yeah, you had to do that, man. So my testimony comes from this. In butt naked. I was a butt naked homeless vet.
Wow.
Yeah. So my knees were bothering me, so I went to VA. I went to the VA, and they were like, hey, I was about to get I was getting those cortisone shots from my bad knees from jumping off the launches for the 4 years I was in the military. And a nurse passed by. She said, baby, it looked like you need to talk to somebody.
Wow.
So I was like, really? I said, you can tell? I said, what? I said, you think you, how the hell she know that? I can tell. So I went to the mental health. She took me to the mental health part.
Holy cow, just on her saying that.
Just on a hunch. She walked me. She's like, really? So she's like, walk me. She said, come on over here. This mental health. Tell them you know who you are. Tell them who you are, give me your name and fill out this questionnaire. And it's like, okay, well, you got symptoms of PTSD. I'm saying, what the hell is that?
Holy cow.
What the hell is that? So it turns out I had PTSD. And that was back in 08. That was in 08. And it was in 08. Yeah, when I finally got some help. And I've been going to therapy every week since then, since 08. To figure out what's going on and realize other folks got it, issues. It ain't about the drugs, man. It's about inside. It's about that demon inside telling us we can't do something that we know we can do, and we don't give that demon permission, because we think, oh, you ain't shit. Nah, man, it's a balance. You got devil here, you got demon. It's a balance. You gotta have that balance. You hear what he's saying, but you hear what he's saying, and in the middle, that's where we're gonna come up with a beautiful plan. You don't listen to him. You ain't gotta listen to him, but he got your back. But we like listening to him because these people out here, trust me, they got a lot of that in them. So we got to know what's going on. We got to be trained. Everybody ain't rainbows, butterflies, even though Lord, like, I know, but I got you because I protect you in the 5D. But I say still, I need to know what's happening. I was always that guy from my military. I need to know what's going on. I need to know what we're doing. What is the sit rep? What is our mission? So I always want to be that guy in the loop.
That's dope. Yeah, and I appreciate you for saying, listen, I was going to therapy every week since 2008 and I'm still going.
Absolutely.
I feel like maybe a lot of people in our society, especially, in our neighborhoods, a lot of the times people that look like us feel like, they might have something that's bothering them, but they might feel like there's something wrong. We're going to seek help, to seek therapy or seek mental therapy. But it's important and it's needed. And the more and more people realize this, maybe the more and more lives will be helped and saved and transition from being in that mental prison you talked about.